Hello. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much. Yes, Jason Schugardt, Senior Solutions Architect at NVIDIA. I also am a Zoomer. You might think totally full speed ahead, but I'm actually a little cautious on that. I think it is smart. So, my background is actually, I've only joined NVIDIA a couple years ago. It's gone by so quick. But my background is in visual effects. So I was a VFX supervisor working on films, many Disney projects, on studio side and on the vendor side, working at Method, so some now Framestore joined. So many VFX studios, and so I was really excited when 2017, 2018, when I'd say it took off, and then 2022 when I joined that summer, Midjourney, Dolly 2, and later that fall, ChatGPT. So it's been quite amazing, and I'm really excited about that aspect of it. Um, so just to give a frame of reference where I'm coming at, we're going to talk a little bit about tools. Is this doing this? Yep, here we go. So yeah, I'd love to walk you through a few things, what we're seeing and what we'd like to do. So there are a lot of different tools out there now. Many of these are turning into products. I'm sure you're very well aware of. There's Autodesk, there's Mars, there's Rototools, already built into many applications like Resolve. A lot of this technology has our tech built in. Love working with them. And there's over 70,000 startups that are evolving very rapidly. And we are talking to 25,000 of them in our Inception program. And this is one aspect I love about NVIDIA is we've got this Inception program that uh, it's a little bit looking into the future. We get to talk to people that in 2 to 5 years will have a new technology that nobody's ever seen before, but we're reaching out early to help them with resources, whether we give them some cloud credits and discounts on GPUs, it works that way, or we put them with partners, or we give them a bigger investment. So this is a big logo garden. Just understand we talk to a lot of folks. So I think the important lesson there is, or thing that I'm trying to get across is, we talk to all kinds of people. So if you have a problem, we probably talk to folks that can help with that solution, right? So it's an interesting place to be because we're in contact with just about every partner out there. So I don't know if you've ever looked for on YouTube high def UHD 60 frames a second on footage on YouTube, and with a date, you will go back in time. And the first time I came across something like this, I honestly thought there's a lot of other footage just like this. I honestly thought this was actors because suddenly the footage that was normally very flickery, speed was all over the place, it was super blurry, suddenly popped into today's standards. And there's other versions, other formats that actually have color involved too. So I think from a library standpoint, this opens up a whole. There's already an industry to go and take older footage and bring it into current day standards. But I think this is really exciting. From dust busting and removing film scratches has now jumped ahead to footage that would fit on a UHD TV, or you know run that inference at the edge on the TV, take an 8K or 4K stream and upres it to 8K on the TV. I mean, those are the types of things we're looking for. So there's a company, Mars, that does cleanup work. They took a process that would normally take 3 days, and they optimized it and accelerated it to do it in 30 minutes. And so that's where a lot of our tools are looking at. I see AI as a tool to accelerate, making artists faster so they can get more work done, so we could do more movies. Not necessarily, there are fears of people losing jobs, but I see this as a way of getting through the work that you don't want to do to get to the work you do want to do. And this means same budget, you can do more movies or more work or more iterations to do higher quality. So I'm really excited about this aspect. Here's an example of Mars. Really great work. It's also, they have a web interface. You can just check them out. Super fast. Almost near automating a lot of the hard work there. I don't know if you've anybody's ever struggled on Nuke or Flame trying to get this work done and really just fighting what level of quality you're trying to hit without affecting the artist's performance. So Neural VDB. We've taken OpenVDB, very familiar with it, right? So, and we've compressed it with neural networks. So taking something that was, 100 times, 100 times less by using neural networks through accelerating here. Another compression would be RTX, neural texture compression. So this is basically inferring high-res detail into textures. Right now, we just released some new graphics cards that use this technology, the 50 series, where you're now taking a data set that in the original data doesn't actually exist, and we're adding new detail and other information into that texture just on a neural network alone. So that means lighter, faster, more performant in real time, and that could be applied in other areas as well. So jumping ahead to NVIDIA research, this aspect is the fun playground. It would make more sense if I had a video of this. There was a video of this, but unfortunately it's not running. There's a whole audio that's associated. So Fugato is an audio generator, text-based generator. You can imagine just like a prompt into DALL-E 2, you're generating an image. Now you can request sound design, an orchestra, sound effects. It opens up the world of for directors, I believe, to sit and do temp tracks, really get a flesh out an idea. I think from a VFX supervisor point of view, there's nothing that would bring everybody together like a thumbnail or drawing or a concept, right? So if you're trying to get that idea of what the scene should be like, sound has a huge impact on movies, and even just temping things out or trying things out. I think Fugato and other audio generators are a huge way. I think it's going to be really open up creativity for folks that need something quick and want to try a lot of different things. They can use generators like this. Another fun toy we have is Meshtron. So I've done tons of modeling myself. It's taking a point cloud and then going and retopologizing it into something that's usable. It takes a lot of work. There are too many things to model in this world. It's endless. So to digitize everything in the world, we're going to need to accelerate that, and I think that's through tools like Meshtron, and to turn it into reasonably topologized models like this. Otherwise, I'm sure everybody's dealt with just a jumbled mess where it doesn't render. Here's a way. This is a neural network that takes a model, builds it from the ground up, if you see it live, and gives you a plausible model that fits the original point cloud. Another aspect of this is we're finding through pipelines. So I think everybody's had the experience where generative AI is more like a jackpot. Like you pull the arm and you see what you get, and if you don't like it, you try again, The workflows we're seeing are use 3D model generators or 3D programs to lock down the things you like, camera, location, blocking, and then render that into a depth map and some context lines with control net. You can then lock down the context and then reimagine that as a scene in a park with the buildings in the right spot or in different times of day, where you're starting to only adjust the things that you want to adjust. So these types of tools and techniques, not just the tools themselves, but also we're seeing workflows build in the industry that artists are embracing. So you're going, a typical workflow, for example, would be start off in Midjourney, bring that image into Stable Diffusion, do an in painting, out painting to get the image to look like you want it to look. Bring that into a image to video generator, and then carry that through, first frame and last frame, and carry it all the way through to give you the control that you want. So especially for the, I'm sure everybody's worked with a pixel pushing director. They want exactly what they want, and this is heading that way, that we can give them this. And so where to next? We have something called NIMS, Neural NVIDIA Inference Microservices. These are readily and accessible on our website. You can go to build.nvidia.com and download them, play with them. You can, it's quite accessible. You can either download it and run it as a container on your own machine, or you can play with the APIs right there. There's tons of toys right there on the web interface. You get an idea of what it does. Not just generators, visual language models, which means you can analyze a video, you can give it a video and then ask questions about it, just like a large language model. You're having conversations. So how many times did a basket get scored in this clip? It'll tell you when, and how many. So lots of really cool stuff happening. And a lot of that's open source. NIMS are a way of turning that open source data, open source models into something that's enterprise ready, right? So we're gonna slap it into a container, make sure it's ready to go. It's optimized on the GPUs that you're going to be running on. It is also set to be, we have our own engineers checking security, making sure that there's no vulnerabilities every week as things get patched and updated. We're on top of that. So it's a way of taking and adopting, instead of just pulling something down off of GitHub or Hugging Face, you can now trust that it's been optimized to its fullest capability and running safely on your own enterprise hardware. So I recommend going to the website, check it out. Lots and lots of cool things there. And that's it for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jason. Much appreciated. So, questions for Jason? We're going to leave that up a little bit, or the poll will be up if you want to fill in for questions.